Well, now I kind of want to stir some shit up, bud. I saw this
All
on
right.
social media. It was ranking these 5 defenders in their prime. So that's what we're going to do. Because honestly, I was reading through the comments. There was a lot going on. No one could really agree on on an order. And I see your list here. You and I do not agree on an order.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this will be
I think
fun.
we'll probably agree on
Number
one
one.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the list was rank these 5 defenders in their prime: Paolo
Okay.
Maldini, Sergio
Mm-hmm.
Ramos,
Mm-hmm.
Virgil van Dijk, Carlos Puyol, and Giorgio Chiellini.
Okay.
So I mean, all
Now
top class defenders.
these all top class defenders. Are we talking in sheer skill, the way that they led their teams?
All of it, man. I
Everything.
did everything. I
Everything.
did it captaincy on the field. I did it, goals. I did it trophies, the way they play. I
Okay.
tried to get all of it into my list
All of it?
to make
Okay.
it.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to do this blindly because my list doesn't matter anymore. So
Okay.
I'll go first.
You go first, man.
And then I'll hear you after that. So Paulo Maldini is obviously number one.
Okay,
And
yeah.
In my opinion, he's the greatest defender of the modern era. I'm not going to say all time, but modern era. Next, I mean, if you're gonna go trophies and goal scoring, what they did on the
All
field,
of it, man.
it's gotta
Captaincy,
be
yeah.
gotta be Sergio Ramos next. It's gotta be.
Okay.
Gotta be. Although I will say very close behind him is gotta be Carlos Puyol. That man was a man amongst men. He led that Barcelona team. He might not have been the best skill wise, but you could never outwork him. You can never outrun him. He's a little pit bull on the field. So fun to watch. Virgil van Dijk is going to be my next one. In his prime for Liverpool. Few better. I know you don't rate him very highly, but few better. And then Giorgio Chiellini. Sure, he won a bunch of titles with Juventus, but they also cheated, so. Yeah.
Won a Euro.
He did win a Euro. I'm not downplaying how good he was. I just mean out of these 5, I think he is the worst overall. Skill-wise, I think he's higher up the list, but
Okay.
You talk goals, assists, trophies, the whole 9 yards. So.
All right. So you went different than your list. So we are a little bit more similar.
I did.
We are.
I did.
So my number 1 is Paolo Maldini. I think, you say the modern time. I will just say he's the best defender of all time. I'll come out and say it. I will.
There were a few before we were born.
The guy could play left back. The guy could play center back. The guy could shut down Ronaldo. The guy could shut down Messi. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
My number 2 is the same as yours, Sergio Ramos. Captain of that Real Madrid team, man. Numerous Champions Leagues, World Cups, Euros. I think he's top scoring defender, one of the top scoring defenders of all time.
He definitely is in Spain. I don't know about all time, but he's definitely
up
the
there.
top
He's
goal
up there
scorer for defenders. Yeah.
I went with Carlos Puyol. Like you said, the guy was a pit bull. For me, what bumps him up above everyone else was, like you said, his work ethic, his attitude, his leadership. That's what gets him.
And his hair.
And the hair.
Can't forget his hair.
That's what gets him there for me. My number 4, I went with Giorgio Chiellini.
I had a feeling.
Yep.
As soon as Virgil van Dijk was on this list, I had a feeling you'd put him last.
So I'll get to Virgil van Dijk. But Chiellini, yes, has titles with Italy, titles with Juventus. Even got a title in the MLS with LAFC. Just saying.
Just saying.
Got bit by Luis Suarez. Kept on playing, man. I mean, the guy can do it all. And yes, I do have Virgil van Dijk last. But I think part of it is he's also still playing. His career is not done yet. So he could...
Where is he playing now?
No, Virgil van Dijk is still playing.
Oh, okay. Got it. I was like, Chiellini got signed and released in the same season for Union Berlin. So
that was Bonucci, but good try.
Oh. Thank you. They look similar, all right?
They always play together. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But yes, Virgil van Dijk is last because I think his career isn't over yet. He's still playing. He could win more. I mean, you think of the trophies he's won. You throw in a League Cup. 1 Premier League title, 1 Champions
Couple
League.
FA Cups, Champions League, yeah.
Hasn't done anything with the Netherlands, which, I mean, that's usually not entirely one player's fault. But I think that's why I have him last. You're not wrong. Skill-wise, if this was based off skill, I would have Virgil van Dijk higher in this list, above probably Chiellini and Puyol. But taking it all into account, he is last. And that is my list of those prime defenders. But let us know your list, guys. Make sure you hit us up. Brews and Banter FC.
I think you'll get some stick with some of those opinions.
Again, it was tough, man. Like, again, I saw this on social media. I was reading the comments. The list was all over the place. It really was. I think you could tell, like, the people over 30 versus under 30. I think there was a good mesh there.
The ones who have seen Maldini versus the ones who haven't.
Pretty much. That was pretty much it. Like, who's seen Maldini play? Who remembers Carlos Puyol? Versus who's sucking on VVD's D.
Yeah. DD's D.
DD's D.
Do you agree with our list? Let us know on our Facebook group, our Instagram, Brews FC, our TikTok, Brews Banter FC. Make sure just let us know right down below. Check us out, all your favorite podcast platforms. Make sure you're giving us 5 stars. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And until next time, my friends, as always, we love you.
Cheers. Today's episode is brought to you by Acorn Hills Clothing Company. Sustainable clothing, biodegradable packaging, tree planted for every purchase, and a percentage of their sales donated to charities.
Yeah, and that's not even the best part. They give you these plantable clothing tags with every purchase. Pretty much greatest idea ever.
That is
scan
awesome.
The QR code right here for planting instructions. So make sure you go to www.acornhillsco.com and use Brews15. That is BREWS15 at checkout for 15% off and have your tree planted today.
Yes, don't forget to use our code Brews15 at checkout for 15% off. This is one you don't want to miss, guys.